years. Actually, Brian, you bought me these jeans. You know that? He's married, I'm married. What do you And I haven't been able to wear them in years. I can wear them, and I have to wear a belt because I can pull them right off. I'm not gonna. But they fit. They fit, and their shirt fits. Heavy dudes don't tuck in shirts because it's uncomfortable. And I wear a tucked in shirt. Brian's like, we're talking about should we wear a jacket or not? I'm like, heck nah, dude, I'm skinnier than I used to be. I ain't wearing a jacket. Look at that. Not where I would like to be. I'm not done. But that was one benefit. Look at this host of benefits that having ketones as a fuel source can give people. And that's one of the things that's been fun for me. It's just a versatile product that a lot of audience and a lot of different types of people have been interested in, because Dustin spent most of his career working with all kinds of different people. So, I don't know what everybody, we could have fun, and I'm not going to ask people for their ages, but there's a couple kids, what's she playing on her phone? She's watching a YouTube video in the back. So she's under 5, it looks like. And then there's people in the room that are in their 60s and their 70s, maybe even in their 80s. So you've got this large, audience base, and all of their interests and all of their needs and all of their ailments, differ. And I think that's a really cool thing when you have a product that's almost like a Swiss Army knife, but it's applicable and versatile for a lot of different people. But you've seen that every day.
Absolutely. So when you, as a coach, anybody in the fitness industry or coaching or nutritional or health industry, you may specialize in unbelievably fit people, and that's all you work with. But for the most part, you work with a gamut of people, and they'll come in with a lot of the issues that they may had on that previous slide, and you're trying to help them just have a better day, change their life, or inspire their life. And one of my favorite sayings to do is one of my favorite sayings is that if I could give you the experience of what ketosis was like, it'd be way easier to help you change your diet if I could give you that experience. So now, when you walked in my office, it's like I'm able to give you the end so that I can now start to teach you the beginning. And prior to that, I couldn't do that as a health coach. Now I know this product is we're not teaching a diet here, but we're trying to teach an unbelievable product that gives these unbelievable benefits, and we do believe that you can reduce some of those carbohydrates and really change your life and the lives around you.
It's a sustainable lifestyle. Absolutely. I mean, that's really what it is. But I think one thing that if you leave tonight, whatever you're interested in, go home and Google it. Like, Google's our friend, actually. Just for, I don't know, Dr. Don will be here. Since your face is on the screen, would y'all just put your hand this way and give Dr. Don a high five? Say hi, Don. Thank you for doing that. But one thing there was a little clip in that video earlier that we showed. But what's really neat is Google is our friend. For 30, 40, 50 years, there's been this dialogue taking place in America that has actually caused people to get fatter, more tired, more diseased, sicker, and die earlier. And it's this attack on fat. They call it the big fat lie. And now it's coming out. Time magazine ran a bunch of this stuff years and years and years ago, but now they've turned around and said, hey, sorry, that's good for you. Put more butter in your coffee. And it's this really neat thing that you can go home and dive into third-party literature. I encourage you to do that. Just for grins, just really quickly. Holler out one-word answers of things that you're interested in your life. Maybe it's you personally. Maybe it's your family. Anybody have aging moms and dads in here? What are the things they're going through that you're interested in? Just holler them out.
Type 1 diabetes.
Diabetes?
Parkinson's.
Parkinson's? What else? Alzheimer's? What else?
Dementia.
Dementia? Anything else?
MS.
There's a whole bunch of others. Stubbornness. If they weren't here, what would they say? Same thing? They're your parents, man. What is about the apple that doesn't fall the tree?
Fall far from the tree.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
That's true.
We can thank them, right? But the coolest thing is you go home and do a Google search or a YouTube search for any of the topics there that you're interested in. And for those of you that are participating in our promoter program and you're a part of our community and you're out sharing the good news of pure ketones in the market, Google's your best friend, man. Our ingredients list and Google is your best friend. You should go Google any one of these topics and find really cool content out there that's not ours. We don't have to create our own stuff. We have some cool stuff, but it's about collaborating other people's content that will support this dialogue. And I think that, to me, has been really fun. Maybe it's making our jobs easier to say, you don't have to take my word for it. Watch this or read this.
And it's also following up the educational aspect that I think has been lacking in the supplemental or health industry, is that we're now able to take this research that's already been done and educate people on better health and better wellness.
I made a change the slide on you.
Yeah, that's right. We're good.
What's that?
Now with live tapeworm bags.
You've seen diets that are just nuts. I mean, there's a diet for everything. Shake, do a challenge, take some pills, like, what is it?
HCG.
HTG?
HCG.
Oh, HCG.
Shoot yourself up with hormones.
There's 1,000,001 of these diets, and usually if it sounds too good to be true, it what? It what? It usually is. But the really neat thing is there's just proof and backing. There's evidence that supports the ketosis and the ketone for fuel conversation. And I think that's one of the things that makes it different. And that's why when I walked in to birth class and you and I met for the first time, I didn't know what I was asking him. Y'all understand that? Brian's like, hey, dude, what do you know about ketones? I'm like, nothing. He goes, well, I think we're getting ready to do something in the ketone business. I'm like, okay. So I walk into birth class. I asked him. I listen quick. So I asked him, I go, man, you seem smart. What do you know about ketones and ketosis? And he's like, a lot. Why? And I thought he was going to like unwind. And, I mean, I didn't know what I didn't know. I do now. But that's what's been, I mean, to me, so fun is diving into this dialogue. It's so vast and it's real, it's sound, and it has sustainability behind it. So I'm glad we're in that birth class.
Me too. You know, we'll talk about that. So then the fads and the concepts that have been out there for so long, and the education and the science we have behind this product just validates that. So how many people right now in the room that have learned so much more either about themselves or about health and wellness that are in our community in the last month, 2 months, 3 months? And to me, that's that educational aspect I think is crucial to this, because that's when we start to really transpire and change the people around us, and we make this a way bigger conversation so that researchers can have more resources and can maybe make a bigger push into this community, into this space.
We were with a couple of different people today going to one of the labs locally where a lot of the research is done. We were upstairs, and Dr. Jacob and Ryan, we actually went and had low-carb ice cream. That place is good. And one of the things we talked about is what if you showed me in a like graphical representation with your right hand, what's the marketplace telling you about the appetite for ketones and ketosis? And it's straight up. It's a vertical line. People can't get enough of it. They can't get enough of it because ketones are an unbelievable fuel source for a whole bunch of things in your body, and they've essentially been locked away inside your body that you've got to starve yourself of carbohydrates and sugar to that whole campfire, that Pac-Man, and now you can drink them down the hatch. Costs less than Starbucks and tastes like melted ice cream. And that's the really neat thing, and that's just never existed before. But how do y'all like this PowerPoint? We're just seeing. Who's seeing this for the very first time? Cool, us too. I like it too. It's such good stuff. It's such good stuff. We were talking earlier today. One of the things most of us have had: shakes, pills, vitamins, supplements, minerals. We've taken things, drank things, done things to try to get a result in our body to replenish what we're maybe not getting from food. And there's no measurability. There's no proof. There's no real evidence. And the very first time we had samples as a group, they have these urinalysis tests. Like you can actually measure the proof of ketones present in your cells, like in your blood. You can measure them through urine, or you can measure them through a blood test. Now, we're not going to prick everybody's finger when they walked in the door tonight, but it would have been really cool to watch them go from negative, no ketones, drink some product, and go positive, some ketones. And look. Is anybody a better snapper than me? Okay, good. We're good. And it happens instantaneously. I mean, that's the thing that's remarkable to watch is you're talking evidence-based products. You're talking evidence-based supplement. And there's just not one that exists. This product you can go get at CVS to measure the effectiveness or the presence of ketones in your blood. And I think that's one thing that sets this dialogue apart from everything else that we've all tried out there, is it can be proven.
And And that's if you have skeptics or anybody that is even questioning it, which is all right. You know, that we have Google and we have proof from this measurement application. And I'm sure most of you probably tested your urine or your blood at some point. And so we can utilize that as a very good tool to educate more of the masses.
I can tell you right now, I need it. How many of you feel like there's this huge conversation and you're just getting started in it, and you're like, there's this wall staring at you and you're going, oh my gosh. And the more that you dive into it, you're like, man, I thought this was about, not being a fat dude anymore. Turns out it's about a whole bunch of other stuff. Tonight is the very first, on the top left, right there, Keto Academy. This is the first one. It's tomorrow morning. Tonight's just an introduction to that. It's the very first one we've ever done, live event. Yeah. This is the very first. I know. There's a lot of events going on in the world like this, where it's full of people showing up going, hey man, teach me how this stuff works. There's just not. So we've done this community-based, inspiration-based collaboration where people are coming together and your stories will inspire other people. And that's what makes all these events really cool. We do these regional events in different cities. How many of you have been to maybe a regional event in a different city? Some of them in Sarasota, Louisville, Kentucky, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, San Diego, Phoenix, Missouri, all these cool places. And we'll come together maybe monthly in a setting like this. Anybody going to San Diego in May?
Yeah!
Seems like they're all going to San Diego in May. Should we do another event in Tampa? Jeez, I guess we should, but it's about providing value together. It's about sourcing information and content and stories and inspiration from each other, pulling people together in the room and saying, let's lead each other, let's inspire each other, let's use one another's stories, talents, gifts, abilities, and blessings to go move a community forward, awaken people, and teach them something. And that's what this series, that's what Prove It really is it's a platform for people to learn. It's a platform for people to prove whatever it is they want in their life, like to go out and chase it, to go obtain it. And it happens in these types of events, but like this one is that first Keto Academy. I can't believe I'm speaking on the stage of it. That's pretty crazy.
Well, you think about your road just from when we started, and what Michael has done for me in this community has allowed me to be out in front of more people, where before this, I was able to help one person at a time. Now we're able to inspire and help multiple people at a time. But not only that, is I can actually inspire you to help other people. And so I think that's what really makes this different, and has separated us from a lot of other products that are there on the market or old products that we utilize. So you've came a long ways from overcoming your I remember your fear of being in front of really smart people. And now you're I am one of my day. Now you are, you're the leader, right?
We made a little, I don't even know if we said it out loud. I said, look, dude, if you teach me how to, I think I said, if you teach me how to get skinny, I'll teach you how to make more money. I think that's what I said, I swear. Because he had this level 10 knowledge base, but he worked all day long, one-on-one with people. And I'm like, dude, if we could put you in an environment where you could plant you in a new garden and water it and let him flourish to teach more people faster, that's where you would excel. That's where I asked, what do you want out of life? He's like, I want to help 1 million people. I'm like, it ain't gonna happen doing what you're doing. So I'll teach you how to do what I know how to do. And he's like, I'll teach you how to be, healthy. I don't think he said teach you how to be skinny, because that's all I thought. It's like, I'll teach you how to be healthy. We'll work this together, and it's worked out really well. But that's what this environment does. And we can work collectively together. I think there's actually a slide on this. We can work collectively together on this, because it doesn't matter what someone's interest is. It might start as a customer. For those of you that are guests tonight, any guests tonight maybe seen this for the first time? I got a couple buddies of mine actually here seeing this for the first time. So we encourage you to be our customer. We do. You can buy a 2-week supply, a 30-day supply, buy some product, drink it every day. Tastes like a melted creamsicle popsicle. Reminds you of summer camp. And drink it every single day. If you can hang the rest of the night, you'll learn more as to why you should drink it every day. If you can come tomorrow, which I think you should, you'll learn way more as to why you should drink it every single day. But be our customer. And for those of you that this has done radical things in your life, like it has mine, you'll have a hard time not becoming an evangelist of ours. It's not some weirdo thing. It's a community of excited people who have had a really good experience drinking something, and they want to just go share it with people. That's our promoter platform. It's completely free to be a promoter of ours. Show of hands, how many promoters are in this room? Very cool. Y'all having fun? Yeah. Anybody come from out of Tampa? Nice. What do you think of that? You're out of Tampa too.
Anybody out of Florida? Anybody get on an airplane?
I flew from San Diego. So we've got a bunch of really neat things that make sharing this product easy, to make it simple. It's in a guru environment where it's a bunch of really smart people talking about making you feel bad and making, selling you into a product or something like that. It's the complete opposite. It's about inspiring people to be better. We said at the beginning, he wants to be a better dad, a better mom, a better runner, a better athlete, a better worker, a better whatever. And that's what this whole thing's about. It's about inspiring other people to take action. And we reward people for doing that. And to me, it's been really, really fun. Like, where's Allison at? Just stepped out. I was going to give her $1,000 cash.
I'll take it for her.
It's a check. It's already made up for her, sorry. So what's something that's really cool, and it's so funny this happens to be on the slide, Allison just went and picked up, what's the car?
Alexis.
Ours, any car people in here? So one of the things that we reward people for is just their influence. We've been leveraged for our influence, like on Facebook and social media and all these other kinds of products our whole life. We see a good movie, we tell our friends. We fly on a good airline, we tell our friends. Unfortunately, if you fly on a crappy airline, Spirit, you tell your friends. If you eat at a bad restaurant, you eat at a good restaurant and have a bad experience, you tell who? Yelp. That's the world we're in. People, share their influence. We do too. But what's been so fun, Allison went and picked up we have a car bonus if you do a certain amount if you get a certain amount of people drinking our product every day, we'll give you $800 towards, we've got a list of cars, but this really rad Lexus is one of them. And I think that's, I wish she was in here. She's right up down the I know, well, let's go.
There she is.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what did you get today? Yesterday.
Yeah.
Is it cool?
It is really cool. It's really fast, too.
I go, your car's pretty. She goes, oh no, it's fast. It's beautiful, but it's faster than it is beautiful. But I mean, we're just having fun. If you can't tell, I mean, we're just regular people sharing an exciting product with people. And one of the things that has been fun is watching people accomplish things in their life that they didn't know that they could, like influencing others, taking action, building a business. Because this story deserves to go out. It deserves the masses deserve to hear this story. There's a bunch of dudes around America who are 35, don't know how to be healthy, and they're 50 pounds overweight, 80 pounds overweight, 100 pounds overweight. And that's just the beginning. And I feel like, oh my gosh, I gotta go share it with them. And we build an environment that incentivizes people to go do that. So, next slide. You talk about this one.
All right.
So, what did I say to you when we first started this?
The company or tonight?
I'm gonna help more people than you are faster.
So, I've been doing this, coaching this for 15 years, and I thought a good amount of people. And Michael goes to me with about maybe a month into it. He said, "I'll help more people in 6 months than you have your entire career."
I wasn't rude about it.
It was not. He was very nice as he stuck a knife into my chest. And it hit me for a second because I wanted to respond, and then I just thought about it because you have to know Mike. He's a team builder. He inspires people. He inspired me. He's done a lot to help me get out of my own way. And I realized he was true. It was true that what he had said. And he didn't know it, but it actually motivated me really quite a bit to work a lot harder.
I would have said more rudely then.
So, but I think that's what this is about, is really just being able to get this message out to so many people and really try to inspire people to find out what their it is, And if you look at this photo, the difference in with the stories in here, I know you probably can't read them all or you can't see them, but if you've seen them on Facebook, and our Facebook pages is just an unbelievable tool and resource for all this information and the testimony that we've seen. But look at the variety of people on this board, and find out and think about it. Who do you know that needs to be inspired? But lead by your example. Lead by yourself, and start inspiring yourself to be whatever it is.